Devi Yoga on Twitter says, what we women need is immediate justice. This should give fear to the fellows who think of assaulting a woman. Shweta Chaube says, criminals enjoy the loopholes of the judiciary. It doesn't matter whether the encounter is fake or not. Rishi Mishra says, repeat this in the case of the Unnao girl who was burnt by her rapist. You know what they are talking about. The encounter of all the 4 accused in the Hyderabad rape and murder case. While some are questioning the Hyderabad police over this, calling it an extrajudicial killing, a mockery of the law, people like Devi Yoga, Shweta Chaube, Rishi Mishra are ordinary people supporting the encounter. But let's focus on what they are actually saying. Criminals enjoy the loopholes of the judiciary, says Shweta Chaube. She's talking about justice delayed. She's talking about rape survivors who are denied justice for years. Give fear to the fellows assaulting a woman, says Devi Yoga. She is talking about how she is not safe where she stays, where she works, where the police is rarely seen on patrol, deterring criminal elements. Unnao girl 90% burnt. Punish her rapist the same way. Rishi Mishra is voicing his frustration about how the UP police did nothing to protect the girl from Unnao who finally succumbed to her burns. Yes, their support for the encounter is misplaced, but not their anger at the police or at the judicial system. Nirbhaya's mother Asha Devi also supports the encounter. Why is that? Because for 7 years she has waited for justice. She has put her faith in the judiciary, and that faith has almost evaporated. Okay, now let's look at what some people critical of the encounter are saying. Humaira Badshah says, subverting our already weak legal system is not the answer. She's right. Shelly Walia asks of the police, where were they when she was abducted, gang raped and then set alight? Hold the police accountable for not doing their jobs before congratulating them. Tell me honestly, some of those supporting the encounter and some of those opposing the encounter, aren't they almost sounding the same? Aren't they actually echoing the same frustration with the shortcomings of the system? Yes, that's what it is. Ye jo India hai na, where the police fails us again and again, where justice fails repeatedly, there such an unfortunate celebration of mob justice does take place. But moving on, was this encounter a response to public pressure, a deliberate short-circuiting of the judicial process? Again, let's take a look at what fellow citizens are saying. Sanjukta Basu asks, do we have information of evidence which proves the crime beyond doubt? They didn't get a hearing, so how can we be celebrating? Sumant Raman says, their guilt was yet to be established. They should have been given the strictest punishment under the law, but only after being found guilty. This encounter is shocking. At Governor 15 says, think objectively. Public sentiment can't pass sentence. The encounter was a breach of human rights. Anish Mathur asks, how did the accused manage to snatch a gun and run? Others are asking, how come an encounter specialist, Hyderabad Police Commissioner VC Sajjanar, was in charge of this operation? We may never know whether these 4 suspects did or didn't grab police weapons and attempt a suicidal escape for which they paid with their lives. But the fact is that a culture of extrajudicial killings is not what this country needs. Which makes me wonder why Swati Maliwal, who heads the Delhi Commission for Women, said this: at least these men will no longer be living off taxpayers' money. I wonder when a range of people from Mayawati to Baba Ramdev to Anupam Kher, Saina Nehwal, Rajyavardhan Rathore are out there congratulating the Telangana police without qualifying that it would have been better if due process had been followed, without talking about how rarely justice prevails in crimes of violence against women. Can encounters be the answer to thousands of rape cases pending across India? No. The solution requires lakhs of cops to be doing their job. It requires hundreds of courts to be delivering justice. Ye jo India hai na, after this encounter, has it suddenly become safer for women? I'm not so sure.